clad women.
Okay, so we're going live right now because Marcus, we are live because Marcus needs to talk about. Mark, go ahead, trash me for this awful thumbnail. Go ahead, Marcus.
What the fuck's going on here, man?
Well,
why don't The Rock have legs, and why don't why is Bryan Danielson and Will Ospreay just torsos?
Well, my rationale behind this, Marcus, was that because you guys did not do the Untitled Manny and Marcus show on Thursday, I wanted to make sure I put a little sprinkle of AEW in there. And I was like, I could go, this should be the thumbnail. This should have been, like, because that's right before the mistake was told.
That shouldn't be the thumbnail.
You want the slap. Manny,
the slap should be the thumbnail. The Rock calls Cody a mistake isn't something that's like, oh, that's not what ESPN led with. ESPN don't cover wrestling. ESPN covered Cody slaps The Rock.
I could have just had this.
Why?
Because I never seen this match before.
But why? You don't care?
I actually do. I do care about this match. I do. This right here is really bad news for one AEW wrestler on their roster. I feel really bad for that. Yes.
I'm going to ask you something. This is a question. You got to watch this match. Eric, Bryan Danielson, Will Ospreay, one-on-one match, 30-minute time limit, whatever happens in the match, whatever the rules they set. I'm going to tell you, Eric, you're saying you're going to watch this match, right?
Can I ask a question?
No. Are you yes or no? You got to watch it. No, you do not have to pay for it.
Okay.
It's on free television. Hold on. No, Manny. He should, but I'm going to give this one for free. Eric, I'm going to give you this match for free. So you're going to watch it no matter what, right?
Okay, yes.
I'm putting it on Collision.
I'll watch it on Collision.
You will never watch it on Collision. When's the last time you watched a Collision episode?
I will record that episode on Collision to watch it. Marcus, last time I watched a Collision was when I watched it live with you guys.
Exactly. Last time you watched it, Kevin Kelly had a job.
Marcus, honestly, and this is with all due respect, y'all, I didn't even know Kevin Kelly was doing commentary until he got fired.
Are you gonna switch off the thumbnail?
No,
we're gonna start
because because is it 11 o'clock yet? Oh, it is 11 o'clock.
11:01.
Why do you put it on your terrible thumbnail? Why don't you put it on your terrible thumbnail?
Welcome everybody to the Sharpshooters podcast. I'm Eric.
I'm all live and well, Lord Manny Hayes.
He says that now, but I can't wait to get to the lumberjack when you find out Manny is dying one more time. And I'm Marcus the Grand Finale, secret investigator of the NYPD scandal.
I don't know how the chat keeps getting hold of my medical records.
Meltzer's out there digging. He uses all his time
Marcus,
to get you.
Do you want us to give us the results of your investigation that you have, your inquisition that you had of the new NYPD?
Well, I wanted to, but then now I would like to separate that and say this is bigger than the NYPD. I mean, security guards in WWE is running rampant. We have Mello and his guys that he hired on Indeed or whatever the hell he got them. Then you have whoever Manny's boy, Nick Aldis, hired to stop The Rock and John Cena. The Rock and Roman and Cody and Seth from colliding, only for them to magically disappear in that locker room. Just horrible security guarding all around, and the investigation goes deep. I'm going to get Ryan on this.
So, gentlemen, we're just gonna cut to the facts. Let's get to the main event of SmackDown. The main event of SmackDown was a talking segment. Normally, I'm not, enamored or happy when it ends with talking, but this was actually a very good segment.
What?
Aren't you Mr.
This
Talking
bloodline
Wrestling?
thing has been to end with talking.
Yeah, you don't ever say, "Oh man, I can't wait for this wrestling match for your main event." You normally enjoy the talking.
I do like the talking, but sometimes I feel like this. You have the talking start the show and it makes the main event. I'm wishy-washy. What can I say? But
You're
overall,
fickle.
as everybody made their entrances, and when Cody said, Cody said,
Cody
was
on the show.
Yeah, he was. I felt his spirit in there. They were in the Dallas Mavericks arena. But when Cody said, "Gentlemen, let's just take a moment and relish in this moment," I was like, "You're right,
Cody. You wasted enough time as it is."
Yes. So much time has went by and him walking down the stairs for the entrance and him doing this for the entrance. And let's take a moment. We don't have a moment, Cody. You know how these segments go. Last week was 40 minutes or so. This week, they left 30 minutes for all of you guys to get to the ring. And then by the time everybody got to the ring, we had what we and Manny, and I believe Eric as well, has dubbed the 10 minutes of the bloodline.
I don't think it was 10 minutes. I think it was like 8 minutes. I think it was 8 minutes.
And I will point out that The Rock
took a moment to absorb this all in.
The Rock took like 2 minutes, kept tapping the veins on his arms.
Or he looked like he needed to do blood and couldn't find that vein.
So
he started to be like Ric Flair when he comes to the ring trying to get a pulse.
I know that a lot of people probably are very excited when The Rock pointed out that Cody was a mistake, but I think my favorite point of the entire segment is when Seth cut The Rock off. I enjoyed that. Seth actually looked like a serious champion at that point in his puffer jacket. Marcus, you look like
you was in a sleeper bag, Eric. He was in a sleeper bag.
Hey, man, that shit looked comfortable and warm.
He looked like a Pokemon in the middle of evolving. Okay, he looked like shit.
Snorlax, I choose you.
Oh, I'm stuck like this. And I'm gonna counter, Eric. Yeah, I want to counter your Seth Rollins speaking up and trying to be a man in this conversation amongst men. But I'm going to say The Rock telling him to shut up before he even started talking was funnier to me. You shut up. You ain't said nothing yet, but I know you're thinking it. You're a fucking emoji. I hate you. Whatever he said, which made me laugh. And I want to say shout out to The Rock, and this is my favorite, his Versace outfit he's wore in years. This was a good one.
I felt better about this.
He looked like a McDonald's. He looked like a French fry in a McDonald's.
I was just happy that he didn't resort to calling the people in Dallas crackheads or whatever they were. Manny, what did you think about the main event for SmackDown? Did you enjoy this talking segment? Did it get you excited for night one of WrestleMania in Philadelphia?
I mean, yeah, but like it's The Rock and he's 50 years old. I'm not expecting anything from this man.
Whoa.
Marcus, a month ago, he was gassed, just spine bustering Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, but in an annoying family, they get gassed really easy and just interests. You just look at Jey Uso. I want to add this, Manny. You just watched the 60-something-year-old Sting fight through glass.
With that Stang.
I'm sure The Rock can
Stang
think it
is an
for
enigma.
a little bit in this tag match. I think the biggest thing of all this, isn't if The Rock can go. Can Roman survive 2 nights of work? And I don't know if he can.
Well,
this is taking this whole weekend.
Speaking of Roman survival, I kind of felt like Roman was kind of the weak link in the whole ring. He didn't really do much. It was like everybody had their moments.
While The Rock got slapped.
Yeah, he did do that. And I don't know how I feel about the abrupt ending. I think I was unhappy. I was like, hey, where my overrun? Where my WWE.com?
This is the entrances again.
Yeah. They can't go
in some
national
parts of America. They didn't even get a slap.
Really?
In some parts of America, some places didn't get a slap.
Yeah, it was a poor management of time. It was very reminiscent of the previous Dynamite when Sting ran out, or the pay-per-view where Sting ran out of time before he can give his farewell speech when they were like, they're giving me cues, and then the thing just goes black. That's how Sting left AEW, Eric. I don't know if you saw the show, but he was about to give his retirement speech, and it cut the black because they ran out of time. This was the exact same situation where people are milking way too much time. And let me tell you the downfall of the entrances what their time went wrong. One, I enjoyed The Rock's new entrance of him coming in lightning and all that. It seemed very epic. I'm okay with that one. The part that derailed everything
was WrestleMania.
Nah. That's something you debut on SmackDown right now in this intimate era. And WrestleMania is gonna be even bigger with pyro.
All right.
The issue that took it apart was the thing that we criticized, and I believe most people criticized Seth Rollins for saying, and Diarrhea Dwayne, where the diarrhea chants, like a bunch of children here in Texas, they chant diarrhea, and that literally broke everybody in the ring as The Rock could not even speak or remember his lines. They paused for about 5 minutes for diarrhea chants.
And the fact that chant happened, I was like, wow, I'm shocked that this happened because it was quite corny when Seth said it, but it carried over, showing that people are watching both Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. So, hey,
diarrhea, cha-cha-cha.
It's working out.
Cha-cha-cha. The quote being
he does need to stop with his verbal diarrhea.
He did.
Yeah. Because you need to stop it, Rock!
And stop it! And then, stop tapping his forearms and stuff like that. But I thought it was a very good way to end it. It left you excited. Like, if you have tickets for the next SmackDown, you excited because they're going to talk again. You know they're going to talk again.
No. You don't know if they're going to be there. You don't know if they're going to be there.
No, Manny, he's booked. The Rock is booked to all of them. The tour.
He's going to be there, and according to reports, next week is when they do the Rock concert in Memphis. Oh, and he's gonna be there for an hour, basically, with interest and song and everything else. I would say, for the record, why even book any other part of SmackDown? Like this SmackDown, you could have just made again. The last hour could just went to this. So I didn't need to see Karrion Kross, Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits. I didn't need to see whatever's going on in the Lucha division of SmackDown. Michin could have got them at that ass whooping at any other day of the week. There's
probably only two things of importance to talk about on SmackDown, and I'm just going to jump out of SmackDown real quick and jump over to Dynamite because I would like to ask you guys a question because Dynamite also had a main event. It was Will Ospreay's first official match being under an AEW contract, and he went against Kyle Fletcher.
No, that's not true.
No, your statement's incorrect, sir.
Oh, well, excuse me.
Sunday, he fought Takeshita.
Oh, you're right. Okay, the first match that I see of Will Ospreay under AEW contract took
AEW Dynamite match under AEW contract.
I prefer the one that I see.
You got to get around all your loopholes.
Needless to say,
the first time a black man saw
this was a main event, and honestly, it was a match that was entertaining. But as I told Marcus, it was too much. As Marcus pointed out, I'll let Marcus tell me what he said about
too much. You clearly didn't watch the match on Sunday because that match was too much.
Really? It was the same
man
thing.
Get suplex on a turnbuckle, and then in a press conference showed everyone in the press conference, look at my ass, everyone. Look at it. All bruised and everything.
Yeah. So, Manny, I'm going to just give you the difference between that and the one we got on Dynamite. And this may just be me being the angry, fickle wrestling fan who ain't shit. I don't know what you want to call me, but I am okay with matches like that. Yeah, it's also true. I actually hate the sound of my voice. To be honest, I hate the sound of my voice.
I think everybody does.
It's so high pitched. I hate it. Fucking, I wish I thought I had one of those, deep fucking.
Can you make your point, sir? Make your point, sir.
Voices.
Yeah, make your point, fucking diarrhea.
Big dick voices.
Come on, Rock. Make your point. We got overrun. We don't want to make the Riot show after we're in.
Hold on.
The Riot show.
Sorry, buddy. We're gonna have to cut the Riot show that was supposed to air after because Marcus is going low.
Be one person on the internet. Oh,
look at this! Look at these rashes! Look at the black of my elbow. Anyway, what the fuck are we talking?
You're talking about Ospreay.
Takeshita and Ospreay. I'm okay with them doing a bang for bang, blow for blow, a million moves a minute on pay-per-view. Where I would have paid my hard-earned money. I didn't. Well, I would have paid my hard-earned money.
Neither did I.
Where we would have paid our hard-earned money to go see. And I'm okay with that. But on a very basic episode, not an unadvertised, half-emptied arena, the week before Big Business Dynamite, where no one honestly cares, they go ahead and they have this epic battle. I'm all for great wrestling matches, but I just feel like Kyle Fletcher has been built up enough that you could be like, he pushed him to the mid. Takeshita has been built up of being the best wrestler in the world. That's his gimmick. He's the alpha of wrestling right now. That's what Don Callis is building up, and I'm okay with that. But Kyle Fletcher, I've seen him lose every single time he's been on Dynamite. And yes, he is the Ring of Honor TV champion, but the man could have lost in 5-10 minutes, and it could have been a nice spread Ospreay. I don't want to see people have these even 50-50 fights all the time and surviving a million different moves. I know, but I don't want to see it. I don't. I would like to see levels to this. It'd be like watching.
Let me cut you off.
If everybody is great and invincible, there is no everybody's equal. That means there is no stars, and that everybody. I don't want to see Shane Taylor going back and forth with Bryan Danielson tonight on Collision. They are.
Marcus,
but they're going to survive every move.
Marcus, thank you. You said everything except what I wanted you to say, and I'm going to ask Manny this question.
The fuck, I said everything.
Manny, Marcus, when we had our phone conversation, he said that the biggest issue he had with this match was the fact that Ospreay hit all these big impact moves where he couldn't finish anybody with any of these moves. So at a point, those moves become just meaningless. And that's what I kind of felt at watching that match. Manny, going forward, what are they going to do? Because Ospreay has the star mentality to him. However, do you think they're going to F it up by having these 50-50 matches?
Yeah, but AEW built on 50-50 matches. They rarely give you a squash unless it's Wardlow. So it's not. I don't see it being a big problem. I do see it getting tiresome. Like you've said, it was too much. I do see that if it's every Dynamite, but I think we're not going to see Will Ospreay as often as people think because he's doing the back and forth. So I think that's probably a good thing, is to say we won't get as tired of him. But I just hope it isn't kind of like a pack run where he's back and forth like that.
He back.
So it seemed like what AEW did, like once Sting retired, they decided to refresh a little bit. And so it's like, it's a little bit AEW 2.0. I like the revive. It had a fresh energy. My question for you, Manny, I'll stay with you in this situation, is that
Woo energy. Eric, that was Woo energy. I want you to get that clear.
I'm not going to give Woo his energy. Okada made his debut. He made his debut. It was in a segment that involved Eddie Kingston. Manny, you're going first. Don't worry.
I said for weeks this man is going to debut.
He couldn't even wait. He couldn't even wait.
And this buffoon in the red podcast.
No,
he's not gonna. Wow. He's not gonna do this. He's gonna be on Big Business. No, they're not going to take away from the biggest female signing they have, and will probably never use after Big Business.
Well, Manny, I would say you are correct. You are correct. But to use another idiom out there of a word, you Nimrod. Yeah, I don't care if I use that correctly, Eric. This is the Sharpshooters. We don't use words correctly, all right? We have our own vocabulary, okay? I say whatever I want. But it was bad business to have to do this because not only did Okada, I told you, if they were to debut Okada before Big Business at the show, he would be in a half-empty arena and he would not look like a big deal, and it would be an absolute mistake. And lo and behold, I was still right. It was a mistake. They shouldn't have did it in a half-empty arena in front of, and I don't know, I'm just going to say Butt Fuck USA. I forgot where they were at, but Butt Fuck USA. And no one honestly cared.
He is The Rock tonight.
Yeah, but no one honestly cared. I haven't called him by a cross-dresser yet. But no one honestly cared that he came out and even by the ratings, which I know most people don't care about, they did one of their lowest ratings ever. If they would just advertise Okada would have been on the show this week, maybe they would have actually drew some money.
No, so the thing about this is what they really needed to do. And I know people give flack to WWE and stuff like that, but some packages of introducing who this man is would have paid some dividends, because Okada, like, they were relying on everybody knowing who Okada was, and he showed up.
Everybody knows.
I know.
Anybody that watches AEW knows who he is. He's been in AEW for numerous times already. So if you don't know who this man is, you're a fool.
But he just came off as just a guy, and the most memorable thing about that entire segment, the thing that made me laugh the most about that entire segment, I could care less about Okada, was the fact that Omega got fired for no reason. He was just fired. It was like, you ain't showing up to work, and you're fired.
But I feel there's a lawsuit there, because you can't fire someone
without doctors or nothing. You just haven't been here, so you're fired. Or, my favorite thing about the Okada thing was when he came out, he did full Okada entrance. And my reaction was, well, he's just going to let Eddie Kingston die in there while he get his shit in. And then the Bucks had already had Eddie Kingston beaten up. I don't know why Okada dragged his ass out there to be like, you know what? Mind games.
I don't
there was no reason.
At this point, I don't think I need.
Although I'm intrigued about Okada the heel with the Bucks.
We'll see what happens. There was also two things that I would like to talk about that took place on Dynamite before we can go back to mediocre SmackDown. I feel sorry for a certain AEW wrestler.
For the show, you like SmackDown.
I feel sorry for an AEW wrestler because he's irrelevant now. I don't think that he's a cog in the wheel, and I think that he should have never got hurt. I think Adam Cole.
He should have never got hurt.
I think Adam Cole is done.
He chose to.
I know, but I just think that they have too much more deserving talent than him to ever be even considered in the main event picture. Like his whole segment with Wardlow and his kingdom or his king, whatever they are.
Oh, this was bad.
I just didn't care about it. And then now we have the Swerve being a face, and I'm like, I guess that's what's going on. I was just like, dude, you're out of place, Adam. And I hope he doesn't try to go back home to Daddy Triple H because I don't want him there. I don't.
Oh,
I don't.
He's damaged good.
I feel the problem here is the problem here with Adam Cole is they brought him back way too early just to do this payback of who's the man in the mask, who's the devil. They should have just left it. They should have let it be someone else, let it be Wardlow or whatever, because it's failed and then it's continuing to fail with this Undisputed Kingdom. Because all I'm reminded of was how bad that whole lead was, and the fact that he's there and he's still in the wheelchair and the boot and stuff. It just reminds you of when Bret Hart in '97 in the Hart Foundation when he was hurt and he was just flopping around in the wheelchair all the time. At the Hart Foundation did everything else.
But he was spewing hate.
It's boring, man.
He's surrounded by really
boring.
bad.
And the fact that it's the Wardlow thing as well. It's like, oh, we know he's just got. If he wins the title, he's got to hand it to him. It doesn't make any sense.
And the thing about he's surrounded by C-level talent. C-level talent, not even B. This is like lower.
Roddy looked like he should be on a list. With those glasses he had on and that mustache, he looks like he should have been on a list.
Come on, man. You don't do that to Roddy. Don't do that to Roddy.
Margaret, I'm curious what you have to say. Are you going to fit Adam in this situation, or are you going to jump in with this bandwagon?
No, I'm gonna piggyback on your takes right here. I'm gonna be the bigger man here and talk about Adam Cole. He already looked small and sick when he was healthy. Now seeing him in a wheelchair, he is nothing more but Franklin D. Roosevelt and President of the United States. Yeah, and he looks even sicker and more helpless right now, and it's not helping him. Not to say, and to add that to the signings and the people who do have popularity in AEW right now, he falls out of the top 10, maybe 15 wrestlers I would like to see with that title. I'd rather see MJF get it back. I'd rather see what Okada do, Ospreay. Hell, even what's that fool name?
Swerve?
Evil Hangman Page is ahead of him. Evil Hangman Page is ahead of him at this point.
Well, he's suspended.
There are so many people. Yeah, but you know, it just seems like you just fell out the pecking order of their top guys with Bryan Danielson. They're very top heavy, and there's nothing Adam Cole can do to push money forward. I don't think at this point.
So, because my question for you, though, Marcus, how do you feel about this whole Swerve face turn? Because I don't like it. I like Swerve when he was evil, maniacal. I don't think I'm gonna like a face Swerve. I'm gonna go back to booing this man, Marcus. After all that work he did to make me like him. Now we're going to go to this bullshit. I don't understand this.
Well, I didn't like in the triple threat. He refused to use Nada's crown or Kofi to hit the guy in the head with and stuff. And he's going full like, oh, I've done some disgusting things away. He's trying, but I'm going to tell Swerve this way. And, you know, he's my guy. He ain't no Steve Austin, man. Steve Austin was a piece of shit. He was a piece of shit during the Attitude Era before he turned face and Bret Hart he didn't tap out and he became a face and he's fighting the McMahons and all that. He was a piece of shit. And you know what Steve Austin kept doing? He kept being a piece of shit. And he didn't really cater to anybody. He didn't really change that much. Swerve seemed like he wanted to tell people it's okay to cheer me now. Steve Austin didn't give a fuck. And that's what they're trying to go for right here. And it just doesn't, it's not working. It didn't work for me this week.
And Marcus, so speaking of not giving a fuck, let's just talk about this moment right now. This is the thing that made me sad in so many different ways. Finally, Sting is retired. Darby Allin has finally broke free of Sting.
Oh no!
And he's a singles competitor. We're getting this match with him against Jay White, which I expect to be a very entertaining match. But now this fool may go off and go and kill himself because he's going to live his lifelong dream of climbing Mount Everest. He is another person who surpasses Adam Cole in the rankings of title matches, but he might go and kill himself. Manny, what did you feel about this announcement that he's going to climb Mount Everest? What was it?
Eric, this has been a thing for years.
Really?
Even once he was done, once he was going to be done with the Sting program, he was going to climb Mount Everest. It's been a long-standing thing. It's like I've known about it for ages. But if you carry on playing that music, I genuinely feel sorry.
We make your donations.
For Switchblade. Yes. Switchblade is in that same point of Adam Cole right now.
Yes.
Manny, but I think Switchblade can bounce back.
Yeah, you know what? Switchblade in his promo, he was out there by himself this week, and he was confronting. Who was he confronting? Darby Allin. Darby Allin. I don't know why I blanked out. He confronted Darby Allin, and you still got that glimmer of like he's still there. He's still there. He's not a part of the main base of the game right here.
You know the argument of WWE failed to sign all these people like Switchblade, Will Ospreay, Okada. I'm gonna give those two some breathing room, but the fact that they went, do you know what? Go to AEW, we're cool, and I've seen the way it's turned out. I'm like, oh my days.
Hey, but Manny, let me point out this.
Well, hold on,
Marcus. Can I go first? I'm sorry, Marcus. They did not sign those people, but Manny, they did their little tryouts and they found them a Oba Fimby, Tiffy Stratton, a bunch of people I don't even know the name. A Trick Williams.
They build up Trick.
They've created their own stars, but they didn't even need these people that they didn't sign. I mean,
Dominic Mysterio is more over than Jay White right now.
I would agree. And Dominic Mysterio, I have more confidence in having a great match than Jay White.
Hold on. So we gotta go back to. I want to go back to Okada, and since we are talking about the signing, the rumor report. Okada's getting $13 million for over X amount of time. I think it's 4 years or something like that. So yeah, 4.5 a year. I like Okada. In fact, I would say I love Okada, and I would say he's arguably one of the top 3 best wrestlers in the world. But he's 37. He ain't gonna move that needle for AEW.
He ain't gonna put the casual fan in the seat. He ain't gonna put the casual fan in the seat. And the biggest issue I have with Okada, like the reason why I thought it was a good signing for NXT is because there's matches that we have never seen. All the matches in AEW I have seen already. Like Okada has fought all the people he's already. Yes, Manny. Okada versus Duke who can't fuck would be a great match.
No, I'm saying Okada's gonna be in Chase U.
Chase U. He would have said if Okada was the guy to come in and save Chase U, that changes everything. It changes everything. JCJ is like, I figured out how to save him.
Bandana,
he flips the coin, Chase U.
No, Manny. I don't even wait. Hold on, Marcus. Because to think about it, Manny, you guys know he was not gonna be a Chase U. It was gonna finally figure out whatever happened to Dante Chin and the other guy. I know they Chinese. They're
gonna miss the Japanese and Chinese.
Yes, they were gonna get them all together.
Who cares? They're gonna say, who cares? No. Again, like you guys have said, the better signing for him. Wrestling wise, should have went to WWE. There's fresh matchups, and I don't know what Tony's doing with the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, but there are no matchups you want to see. Honestly, they have them all. They stole all the people.
They took their biggest stars away from New Japan.
Excuse me, so Ishii can lose to anybody, Marcus.
At this point, Ishii might show up in WWE just as one of those volunteers because he's always taking money.
Oh my God, Ishii on NXT, and he fight Oba Fimby.
Can I give it? Because I'm about to jump back. I'm about to jump back into WWE and SmackDown because a name where they invested money in that that they decided not to put in Jay White was Logan Paul. And Logan Paul said at the beginning of SmackDown that he was the secret sauce that WWE needed, because since he's been signed, WWE has been on the upward trend. I mean, I can't say that he's totally responsible for everything that has happened, but he has been on the rise since the rise started. I mean, and now that Prime will be the center ring sponsor for upcoming PLEs for the foreseeable future. I mean, talk about Logan Paul really submitting his stranglehold on WWE right now.
Why are you jacking off?
Yeah, that's how big guys. Like, I gotta get it all like that.
Shake weight, Manny. Shake weight.
Anyway, go ahead, Marcus.
I think, Logan Paul has been one of the highlights of the WWE since his, I guess, full-time appearance since the tag match. He's been a surprise hit, and he's been a natural, and I think he fits right in this U.S. title. He's making the U.S. title mean something, even though I still don't kind of care about that title. But
making that title mean something when you compare it to Gunther.
No. Well, man, that's a different beast. That's a different beast. When you talk about mid-card titles and Gunther's right there, that's a different beast. That's
best
Gunther has a world
Bad
title.
Buddy. That's true. And Bad Buddy still hasn't announced if he's gonna be at Mania yet.
Yeah, but I believe Logan Paul is more long-term than Bad Bunny. He's actually a wrestler. Bad Bunny has 2 matches to his name, I believe.
Yeah, good matches though.
Not count Royal Rumbles. Logan Paul got him beat, I feel like, on every different level. And mic skills wise, Logan Paul is just a natural heel on the mic. Everything about this segment felt natural. It didn't feel like, oh, it's a celebrity Logan Paul doing a guest spot on WWE. No, it just felt like some heelish shit that I could see Miz or, Waller or whoever on their random roster of people could do. And I really appreciate it. Anyway, it ends with an RKO from Randy Orton on KSI.
Yeah. So you bring up, Jamal, you bring up Austin Theory in the chat. And one thing I want to say about, I wish they would really invest in some time to make Austin Theory and Grayson Waller a legit tag team. I think they have potential to be a good tag team. Just to have them build up and let them, mature a little bit. Because I thought they had a solid tag team match.
John Cena on the Chris Van Vliet podcast.
Yeah.
He really sung the praises of Austin Theory. Well, in the sense that he's really good, but I need him to be the guy right now, but he's still got to learn. Like, yeah, I feel like John Cena may be right. There might be something with Austin Theory, but all he is right now is a look.
Yeah, he's bland right now.
Of a WWE superstar, he hasn't got a personality. Which
he's young.
Working with Waller, I think he might get something.
No, the thing is with Theory is he's still young. I'm sorry to cut you off, Eric. I'm sorry. I apologize, but I'll do it again. I'll do it again. I'll do it again, goddammit. I'll do it again. I'm going to cut you off later, too.
And it was ashy, too, brother.
I give you an ashy elbow. I'll waste time. Come on. I'll waste time. Anyway, you know what I called SmackDown before the show? I think in the pre-show, I don't know if I said the show was the Bloodline and the WWE Future Endeavor roster. And I think Theory is someone that will benefit from being fired from WWE. He's someone that I think could go on quote-unquote excursion like Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, and go out there and make a name for himself, find his character, find what he wants to be, and then he would benefit from that. Manny, you didn't pick up at all. I don't know what happened. I don't know how you muted yourself.
I don't even know what Manny said. Manny was saying some stuff.
Bullshit right there.
No. If he was to be released, get released, I think he's the type of person that AEW would swipe up in an instant. And then I don't think you'd see any progression. I don't think you'll see any progression. Like, there's only a few people you can name on your fingers of who's actually gone to AEW and succeeded in terms of like character-wise, because you can have great matches, but like they don't mean anything unless you have something else, like what you've got with Tony Storm, like what you have with Swerve now. They have something else to them. They're just not just a wrestler that has good matches. They have
I'm going to say that it would be very beneficial if Austin Theory took a page out of Baron Corbin's book and took a trip down to NXT. I think that he can help develop his character. He can fight. I don't think him leaving WWE would help him much because I just think that he's kind of bland. It's like that's the whole thing about it. He has a good look, but he's bland. And like Waller, he has all the personality, but his look is questionable. That's why the trio of Paul, Theory, and Waller was actually fun, but I guess that didn't happen.
They were a male toxic attraction.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I think he would still just benefit from leaving WWE. I don't think there's any I think he will find himself. Because right now he's stuck under their script writers and all that. If he went to AEW, he would basically only be Ethan Page, essentially.
And they wouldn't do anything with him. Being wasted.
Yeah, that's what will happen with Theory right there.
Ethan Page really bothers me.
He's entertaining.
He's
so entertaining, like just as a character, and the fact that he's being wasted.
To me, he's kind of like the Miz. He's like a Swiss Army knife. You can put him in situations, and he just has this charisma about him that makes it work. Ethan Page,
yeah. I think he's just a tall Ricky Starks.
Like, can we please send Sean Spears back to AEW and bring me Ethan Page?
I'm trading Sean Spears for cash considerations.
I'd trade Sean Spears for a light.
So Marcus, I know
for a bag of meat.
Mark, I know Bobby versus Karrion Kross. You labeled this match a featured endeavor match. The one thing I enjoyed about this match is that apparently Karrion and Scarlett did research about Bobby's weaknesses, and when Scarlett was trying to distract him with her whiteness, was my favorite part of the entire match because she know Bobby has a weakness for white women. I was like, damn,
Bobby got a too.
He looked.
And here's what I didn't understand, and I want to correct you on something. I called this the Future Endeavor SmackDown. I didn't call this the Future Endeavor match. It was the entire SmackDown. I could have probably got rid of everybody that wrestled this week.
Even Randy and Kevin?
Well, there are exclusions. There are exclusions, but you know the people who we're not firing. That's all I'm saying, Eric. That's all I'm saying. When Bobby did this spot, and Scarlett stopped him, I said, you know what? That's good for Scarlett to stop him. Then when Bobby got him up again and did the spot later, I think Karrion Kross should be fierce. Where were you? He did the first time. How did you not get back over there? You knew he was going to run me on the pole. We had a plan. If he was going to run me on the pole, you stand on the pole. And you miss it the second time. I'm done with you.
So
we're all fired. Paul Ellering had to come out and save my life.
The thing that I hate the most about this situation is that, like the Profits and Bobby Lashley, they were supposed to be heels. And now, unfortunately, they got converted back to faces. And when you're faces, you get beat up by the heels. And that's what's going on right now. And I did not like seeing the Authors of Pain and Karrion Kross beat up Bobby Lashley and the Profits. But I mean, as someone said online, I forgot in what interview, they said that Taz should be the leader of that group, and I was like, oh shit, they trying to make the decision.
Taz need to break up with them, all of them, and go for that solo run, and then you can do season 2 of Bianca and Taz.
Now you showed up, Manny, you didn't get the initial conversation that Marcus and I had that we were talking off camera, but I was talking about one of my favorite segments that took place on SmackDown was the segment where after the Bayley interview where she talked about how she created Damage Control, and Naomi was back there like, man, I just can't believe that happened. Like, she's feeling sorry for her. And then Bianca came in there and was like, you wasn't here. You don't know what they did. If you was here, they would have did this to you. But you know what?
Impersonation.
You do you. You do you. But I ain't saying sorry to you, girl. Bye. And I was like, man.
He hanging around with too many black women.
Yeah, I would like to say, Eric, congratulations on that impersonation and the reenactment of that scene. I refuse to do the counterpart in this one and try to be like, I'm glowing. People deserve second chances. I'm not going to do it.
But let me tell you
something real quick. I thought I want to give this the realest moment in wrestling this week when shit got real. And I know it's only a 2-minute segment, but Bianca was 100% right. She was 100% right. She would have beat your ass too. You would have got your ass.
If Naomi keeps this attitude, she can continue having no entrances because that is the attitude of someone that doesn't have entrances. Look at me, Chin.
I mean, this is what happened when keeping it real goes wrong. That's what that segment reminded me of.
Well, I believe it's going to lead to Bianca saving her at some point. We're going and then she's joining. They're going to fight the Kabuki Warriors at Mania. That seems like that's right now. Going.
Bianca doesn't have a match yet. She doesn't have a match officially.
But yeah, she's on the posters and doing all the press.
She's going to get a match. She's going to get a match. We just don't know what that match is going to be.
I think Bianca is going against the entire wrestling community just for being a black woman on the cover of a video game.
Manny, because Marcus,
you know what? There's one to boo Maxine Dupree. Whatever. But Bianca ain't did nothing wrong but be black. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Wrestling community ain't shit.
So, Manny, I'm going to jump back into AEW because I have a question for you because I was irate and I believe
God, stop flip-flopping.
No, you're ready for this because you're one of my brothers in hate, man. And I understand. Manny, this reset again with Hook starting his storyline over again with the FTW title and throwing Chris Jericho in that shit. Man, I was hot.
Young people. Chris Jericho needs to go away.
Exactly.
I was like, oh, look at this young up-and-coming Chris Jericho is going to leech on too. Chris Jericho needs to go away.
He do. I was like, no.
Go away.
No, you know they're going to team together for that tournament. You know they're going to team together in that tournament.
Yeah, and I'm not going to care.
Yeah.
I'm tired of tournaments too.
You know Jericho's going to get him a bat signal too. You know he's going to get a back signal too.
No, the sad part about it, it's the same story that Tony keeps doing with Chris Jericho. Give him somebody. We did it with Sammy Guevara. We did it with Daniel Garcia. Now we're doing it with Hook.
I wanted to bring up Sammy Guevara right where you said his name, where that's probably who Jericho's original partner was going to be in this. But he got suspended for jumping on Jeff Hardy's face.
Yeah, but that happened 3 weeks ago. How's it taken them that long to get to a conclusion of suspension?
No one needs Jared Hook, El Luchador. We don't need Jared Hook. We don't need this.
I think we need all to be left off the Hook and Jericho, man. I didn't need him making that save. When that happened, I went, oh no. Probably like, Eric, I didn't even think we were going to talk about this week. I hated this. It's probably my most hated segment of the week.
I know, Marcus. That's why I had to bring
all
it up.
Wrestling. And I honestly forgot all about it. And thank you for bringing it up. Thank you for bringing it up.
Because you know what? I knew when Thursday didn't happen, I was going to have to cover everything up. Cover a little bit stuff here and there. He needs to retire now, El Luchador. He need to go back now. He need to go back so he can be inducted to the Hall of Fame. Hooker Holmes.
I don't know why that's a funny name.
Can we now, Manny, I know you don't want me to jump, so I'm going to let you just say. I'm jumping in NXT realm now. Marcus, I enjoyed the Asylum match because I haven't seen duct tape used that way in a long time. And Dijak is really making a name for himself.
Dijak had it in his last match.
But he put it on his face, Marcus. He put it on his face.
Duct tape on his face. Yeah. Dijak got his face duct taped last time.
I didn't watch that match.
When he was fighting Eddie Thorpe.
So for honestly,
I think it was Eddie Thorpe.
I don't approve of duct tape. Where the fuck is Eddie Thorpe and Red Bull, whatever his name was?
Red Bull?
Red Bull. And you know what? You were one syllable away from getting canceled.
I probably was. But
I bear here gives you wings and shit.
I enjoyed this match with Dijak and Joe Gacy. I don't know why. It was a fun match for me.
Fun, simple match. Nothing crazy. It wasn't an Asylum match, but I enjoyed Joe Gacy struggling to get in and out the straitjacket. And Booker T said, who is he? David Copperfield? He needs to be on the show. He needs to be on the show. Get out of that. Which made me laugh in the rare Booker T random comment. I would also like to point out Ava ain't shit. And this is the Ava ain't shit moment of the week right here, guys.
It is. No, there's plenty, Marcus.
She booked this match
on this show.
No, but I'm calling her out on this one full kayfabe, Manny. She put this match together with her bad knees and all. And she knew that box, what was in that box. And she probably tipped off Joe Gacy, who didn't open up that box to punch somebody in the nuts. I'm just saying, that should not have happened to Dijak. And Joe Gacy knew what was going to happen when he opened that box. Disgusting.
So,
can we just continue on the trend of Ava ain't shit?
She ain't. Now, Chase U versus
how
the
she
Wolf Dogs
handled
was
that
sloppy.
Gigi situation, how she handled the ambulance situation. She's a terrible GM.
She is.
Manny is doing employee evaluations.
I'm proud of that. So Chase U versus the Wolf Dogs.
We need to evaluate your job, Ava.
It was a sloppy match in my opinion, but I enjoyed this match for all the things. I don't know what the Wolf Dogs are doing as a tag team, but I really do like Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker. And man, Braun Breaker is really quick. But it also just pointed out how quick the people in the NFL really is because he couldn't cut it there. But I enjoyed that match.
Do you think he's as fast as Cat Williams?
Yes, Mark. I think he's faster.
He ran 40 in 4.97 seconds, Eric.
And Mark, is Fallon Henry and Blair Davenport the most pettiest feud ever? Like, I don't even know what they were feuding over.
I don't know, but it all involved one thing, Eric. It all involved one thing, and it led me to, I think, a sense of recovery. I don't know about you guys. I've had a lack of chocolate in my life lately, and I think that's my sweet tooth was filled when the return of Soul Roka happened to make the same
for no reason. Soul Roka was back.
My big chocolate muscular movie princess is back. Made the same. She had to attack Blair. Blair took her out. That's what the storyline. Blair took everybody out. She's just coming back. Nikita Lyons ain't been the same since, man. How many thumbnails have we had Nikita O? None. Because she's been injured again. Because Blair Davenport ruined her career.
Let me just point out that there was many moments that took place on NXT that I could be relishing, but there's only one moment that I cared the most about, and I know no one else cared about this for me, but I enjoy when Robert Stone decided he needed to be a man, and he got to put an end to Lexus King. And next week, we will figure out if we have good Lexus King or bad Lexus King next week, and I can't wait for it.
Hold on, Lexus King started the show with Roadblock. He was featured in the Roadblock, the intro, right? Yeah, Eric, I have to ask the question.
He did the cheesy intro.
He did the cheesy intro. Is that good, Lexus Queen?
Yes, that should be heard.
Yes.
Soul Woman, Soul Roka, SWSR to the ring.
So Rocka, as I like to call her. Eric. Good Lexus King or bad Lexus King this week?
The opening because he didn't wrestle was good. I took that he was good.
You're gonna give him points.
He was good this week.
He was good this week.
He was good this week.
We gotta start tallying these points.
We don't.
Because by the end of April, Eric, I would like to have a result to see if he was good for a majority of the time of 2024.
There's only one person that if I was a female would have beat down on site, and that's Liv Morgan. We'll get to that. I'll talk about my frustration with that in a second.
I don't see why we won't talk about it right now. We covered everything else. Talk about your favorite show of the week.
We didn't talk about Trick. Did we talk about the Trick return?
Trick return.
How Tony D got his title shot?
Okay.
That he doesn't deserve.
Manny coming out like Tony D's arch nemesis. He doesn't deserve it.
Well, Manny doesn't.
He's not even in the top 25 in ranking. If you look at his 2K24 score. Look at his 2K24 score. He doesn't deserve it.
Manny, Dominic didn't deserve a match against Gunther, but he did, and he had a hell of a match.
Yeah, he got fucked up for it too.
Dominic decided to be a man the week before and stand in the way of Gunther. So Dominic has all reasons to get his chest lit up by Gunther.
You know what? He landed some shots too. Gunther didn't go unscathed. It wasn't a flawless victory, but Dominic did die this week.
I'm going to give my only complaint about the Nia Jax versus Becky Lynch was a hell of a match. When Becky took that leg drop, that should have been the end of the match. My big gripe with the match is how Liv Morgan decided to interfere with this match. Not with a chair,
last week.
Not with a candlestick, but with a pussy ass forearm that stopped the whole match. That was a great match that was ruined by Liv Morgan. I can't stand her.
No, but the problem with Liv, Eric, and her attack, as Becky said, when I did it, it wasn't about you. It wasn't about any petty shit that you were thinking about and ruining the match. It was because someone had to stop that bitch. And I was the one that's going to do it. And when I took her down, she stayed down. You let her back up, and we all died. We all died because of it. So this is your fault, Liv. Liv is going to get her ass whooped by Becky next week. And do you think they may change this into a triple threat or fatal four-way for Mommy's title at some point?
I mean, overall, I thought, like you said, Raw was the best show.
I guess you're not answering my question.
What was the question? Go ahead, ask the question again, sir, please.
Do you think they're gonna turn this into a triple threat or fatal 4-way for Rhea's title? Seems like we're going that route.
It could be.
You were so in denial when I even.
I'm against it.
Royal
I'm still against it.
But I feel like this is gonna happen.
I'm against it.
It's gonna be a triple threat. Unless they
you don't have fatal 4-way. I think you have to throw Nia. If you're gonna throw Liv in there, you gotta throw Nia in there.
Yeah, I would rather have Becky versus Rhea just by himself, because I think that would be a good win for Rhea to take, and then Becky can take some time off to go, spend some time with Rue. After after
I think they're just. I feel they're definitely going to shoehorn Liv Morgan into this.
But we can't shoehorn Ivar into anything. No, we can't get him some type of title shot. Can we get him into the U.S. title tournament? Damn it! I need somebody. Ivar needs some respect on his name. Shit.
Poor Ivar. Maybe he'll win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, Eric.
Mark, don't do that.
That's
don't
special.
do that to that man. Don't do that
special.
To him. Don't do that.
That's
to
special
him.
on his way out for release. That's special.
They can't
I
release
like
Ivar. They might release Eric. They can release Ivar.
I know. I agree. But
hey Marcus, what's your rating? What's your rating, Marcus? I'm a 58. Manny said he's a 67. He feels more confident about himself. What's your 2K rating, Marcus?
I'm very modest and humble. I'm a 74.
You ain't no 74.
You ain't no
I'm a
74.
I'm a 74, and it's flat out 74. You want to know why? Because I'm gonna rack up wins. I'm gonna get wins. Okay. I'm gonna wrestle on Rampage and everything. Y'all gonna see. I'm gonna rack up those numbers. I'm gonna go. How many people did Hook beat in a row? 50-0 or something before I take a loss.
74.
74.
74. Marcus, nobody believes that you was. Mark, nobody believe you was 74.
I'm gonna beat Sonny Kiss.
They're not even a game.
Exactly.
When you're listening to these people, you're definitely a 63.
I'm gonna beat Kip Sabian, the Butcher, and the Blade in the handicap match. I'm going to Jade Cargill type run. What's Jade ranking right now?
Probably higher than a 74.
Yeah, me and Jade got the same stats.
No, you don't.
I decided
know
to
for a fact you can't do a pump kick.
So
in 2019 or 20, I beat up the entire AEW roster. Okay, that should get me up somewhere.
So in this game, apparently they have the 74 people. You have Otis, you got Doink the Clown, you got Boogeyman.
You can't defeat Doink. You
got Angelo Dawkins. You got the one who can't be hindered, Jinder Mahal. You got Grayson Waller, and you got Johnny Gargano, and even the Great Stardust.
What are these 74s?
74s.
You damn right.
Mark, you can't beat
I'll smash the Cosmic Cube over and shove that Cosmic Cube up Cody's ass.
Marcus, I'm gonna tell you this right now. These are the 73s, and you are not better than anybody I can name. You're not better than Cameron Grimes, although he's not on TV. You're not better. You're not better than Ludwig Kaiser, although he's on TV. You're not better than Axiom.
That's the price of a rating for Ludwig.
You're not better than Austin Theory, who apparently is a 72. I mean, come on, Marcus. You know what, Marcus? You're more in the 69 area.
Hold on.
But if you would have said 69 and you was with Stax Lorenzo, I would give you that.
Hold on. I would like to say my ranking goes higher because I have like a 10 in charisma and resilience. I'm gonna do that.
Mark,
and my taunt skills Marcus, are on point.
You're not higher.
In that case, Marcus,
Billy Bounce.
In that case, I'm a 73 because I'm a 18 in penis jokes.
Mark, you're nowhere higher than Xia Li and JCJ, Marcus, or Nikita Lyons, who are all 73s. Just letting you know, Marcus.
Hold up, my knees are in better shape than Nikita Lyons. Tell me that. Don't you lie.
Yeah,
my knees are in better shape than Nikita Lyons.
You don't gun it like JCJ.
You know what? My 58.
I'm busy Manny in it.
My 58 puts me right in line with Eric Bischoff, and I feel that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I'm Eric Bischoff. I can run a company, but shit, I'll be damned if I get in that ring.
All right, for the next show,
Marcus
maybe we
got
should create
12
graphics for our
wrestling moves
2K
and
ring.
5 dogs.
Yes, you got that right.
Manny, did you get 2K24 this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, Manny got
How is it?
So I haven't done anything outside of My Rise.
So you haven't turned on me yet?
Women's storyline. I remember that, and I created a video. It was the greatest turn in the field. Eric's just standing there against a metal gate, and then my character just comes running and clobbers him. I need to find that video.
No, you don't. It hurt me, man. It hurt me.
By the way, I would like to now add a new nickname to my arsenal, the man of 1,000 tons. I got them all. Hogan, I got Little John Cena, I got them all. The Bentley bounce.
12 wrestling moves and 35 times.
The Bentley bounce.
Yeah, the discount number check. I got where the fuck this was.
More of what's her name? Tracy move.
Yeah, I got some Vern Gagne and Greg Gagne, a little pose like that. I got the big wiggle. I got the Alex Ray.
Wrestlers.
I got some
disco.
Yeah.
I didn't fight people that did this pose back in the day.
Yeah, and that photo has to be in black and white. I got a little Rick Rude. I got all the times, baby. 2 sweets. And there's variations going under too. I got them all.
Is it
By the way, Jack Perry's in the House of Torture for those who care.
Is it cross-platform play? Like, if I got it for the PS5,
I think there is a version that you can get that.
Oh,
but the My Rise story for the men's is so funny. Roman's decided, I'm going to Hollywood. I'm going to drop the title. He's going to vacate the title. So there's a tournament. For the title. You end up being your whole thing is you're the dark horse, and right before you get to the final, and right before Cody defeats you, there's a ref bump, and then Roman comes out of nowhere, spears Cody, and throws your lifeless body onto him, and then Roman goes, "I'm the landlord. You're clearly just a tenant. I'm gonna come back for this, and rent is due." And he waits for 3 years as you get closer to Roman's title record. But the whole time he's tweeting every sarcastic comments to everything you've done. He's doing this. How ridiculous! And then Roman comes back, and it's just so funny. Brock Lesnar ends up in the bloodline for 1 point. It's worth a play.
The question I have, Manny, for you in your career and your rise: have you married Gigi Dolan yet?
I did.
Are you gonna play 40 years of WrestleMania mode?
Yeah, I intend to do that as soon as I finish off the other arcs of the My Rise mode. Okay, I was gonna play it on stream, but on here, but I'm just like, you don't want to watch me get frustrated and annoyed because I'm not gonna put the microphone on because things are said. yeah. Things are very inappropriate, and I can get this kind of
so you're not playing the game like Tyler Bate was playing the game, and then how Butch took the game. You're not playing it like they played the game.
What?
SmackDown.
I don't like the way they were playing games. I don't like the way they were playing games because it was like, it was just
you gotta sell it.
There was some nice ASMR for people.
That sounded really good though. You know. I almost bought Final Fantasy VII, and I said no.
Did you play the other one?
I beat Final Fantasy VII.
Man, this is a remake.
The last remake.
No, I didn't.
Then why are you playing this?
That's a good point. I should go play the remake. I'm not gonna buy that shit. I'm not. Hey, Marcus, are you proud of me? I got the show done in an hour, and we covered a lot too. Is there anything that you want to prolong the show with, Marcus?
Absolutely.
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
We brought it up. We brought it up very briefly, and I would like to
wait. Manny wants to say something, but let's pause your prolonging. Go ahead, Manny.
All right. Well, I just checked my
Marcus
Google.
somehow managed to get the Raw show on a Tuesday down to about 20 minutes. However, we both somehow make this show go an additional 20 to 30. So it is possible that we could do a 20-minute show.
I understand. That's why I asked Marcus, how does he want to prolong this? Because I know who Marcus is. Marcus, go ahead. Operation Prolonging.
Oh, sorry. I was in the middle of biting one of my goosebumps. Oh. It's not going to be too long, but it needs to be prolonged. Just like The Rock's goosebumps. I want to talk about KK, and I ain't talking about Kelly. I'm talking about her father, Kevin Kelly.
Oh.
May he rest
well,
in peace.
That concludes the show.
And I never see him again on my wrestling show. You hear that, Kevin? You got fired. You got fired by a man that has never fired anybody. He's fired 2 people in his life. One of them is Phil Brooks. And you know why he got fired? Because he has feared his fucking life. He just didn't like you, Kevin Kelly. You're the only person to get fired by Tony Khan. Congratulations. That's how bad you were. You were Jimmy Havoc bad. I had to get rid of you. No, that's all I have to say about that.
Out, El Luchador, for the first time in a long time, we spent 58 minutes talking about wrestling. You was just late to the party, and you missed out on the wrestling talk. So there.
That was very snarky of you.
You know, I'm still channeling my inner Bianca inside of me right now. You know, it's there.
Well, this week she found out she was just because I like bringing this up every single week. This week Bianca Belair found out she was on her own against the Wild.
And she found out she was black.
Black too. She was reminded that she was black for no reason.
You know, every so happens you be walking around like Soul Roca don't have to worry about that problem. She don't get reminded as much.
Soul Roca on the cover of 2K24. Everybody gonna be like, that's cool.
That's cool. No blonde white woman on there. She black. What the fuck is this?
What? Get Soul Roca off 2K27.
Get her ass off the cover.
Get off 2K27. Oh, surfer bitch. I hate it. Her nappy hair.
I have a story of something that happened today that will just sound so ridiculous. So we're minding our own business at home today. There's a knock on the door. Who would you think would be at the door?
What was the question, man? I was confirming that I could tell a story of Shante.
Minding my own business today. Minding my own business today. There was a knock on the door. I wasn't expecting this happening. The fucking mayor of London outside my door.
What is he doing in the end?
What is he doing?
So they're going around patrolling, looking, trying to con people into voting for their constituency. And I was like, why the fuck are you here?
Hey, who said that to the mayor?
You can't talk to the mayor that way,
my dad got to the door beforehand, and my dad basically went through his list of ailments to the mayor of London. I was just like, this is interesting. I didn't think my day was going to start like this. Why is the mayor of London here?
To the mayor of London. I would have gave him all my grievances. And then I would have ended with, what are you doing to get WrestleMania in London? What is your part? What is your part, sir? What is your part? So, Manny, I have a question for you. I can't believe the mayor showed up. That's weird. I would be freaked out. But speaking of, since you're talking to the mayor and talking to all these big timers and your relationship with Sessions Moths, how was Pro Wrestling Eve and your cookies and everything?
So it took an interesting turn. So Will Ospreay's girlfriend, I don't know what they are.
You can say boo thing, Manny, to quote. I don't know if they use that in London, but we use it here. His boo thing.
I don't think anybody uses
she died in front of me yesterday.
Oh.
She died in front of me on the first night where she was attacked. And I sent you the picture, Marcus, when she was just lying there motionless. This has turned into a loser leaves Pro Wrestling Eve, which is interesting. But then another story that's coming up, which is going to happen in May, is they're booking a War Games match with youth versus the person's labeled as the middle-aged 30-year-olds having a midlife crisis match.
So Chris Jericho.
It's got interest. So it's
he's in his 50s.
Yeah, but they're 30-year-old women, women in their 30s. So Session Moth is going to be in that match, in War Games match, which I will be in attendance. So
of course,
I've never seen a cage match in person like that. I haven't seen a cage match in person like that.
Okay.
Man, we had no doubt in our mind that she was attending, Manny.
Manny, number one thing I want you to do, and this is with my cage match experience of being in live events at a cage match. Manny, do not try to climb into the cage yourself and lock yourself with them women. I can see you doing it. I've seen the pictures you posted. I just want to say, be careful, okay? Be careful.
Marcus, do you know what? Before the show started, there was a guy that turned up with a wrestling belt. Guess what wrestling belt it was?
I want to say WCW tag titles, just because random.
No, he had the custom Jeff Hardy World Heavyweight title.
Who has
Why?
that?
Why?
Well, first of all, that was my question. Why? But then he asked about 4 people to take pictures of him holding this title up, but by ringside. I was not one of them, because if he asked me, I'd be like, no, what you're doing is ridiculous. And then he had someone record him do the Jeff Hardy entrance before the show started, coming from the actual bit where they come out the aisle, and then doing all the hand motions. And then this guy that sat next to me just sat down and was like, what did I just witness? I was like, that motherfucker thinks he's Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, that's what he did. Yeah, Manny, I wanted to get into the point was he intoxicated of any kind with any drugs or narcotics, or was he
seemed sober when he came in?
Did he have his face painted?
No.
Did he even have a little wrist glove, the shooter sleeve? Did he have that?
I did a visual check to see if there was anything wrong with him.
Mm-hmm.
Before I made past judgment.
So, what was your final verdict on that man? Is he Jeff Hardy?
No.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, if he was, he'd be the Sri Lankan Jeff Hardy, and I'm not buying it.
You know, I honestly think there could be a show called Wrestling Fans Do the Darndest Things, similar to the Kids Do the Darndest Things. I think you can get away with that. Wrestling fans, they're the weirdest bunch and crop of people out there in the world.
Wrestling Fans Do the Darndest Things, Marcus. That sounds like a bad sitcom that would come on ABC, hosted by Bob Saget. Maybe
I would make an
Bob Saget's dead.
Of just
I said, man, he rest in peace. If you would listen to me, buddy.
I don't listen to you.
That's why your rating has been dropped down to 71.
It would have been hosted by Dave Coulier. If anything,
it would not been hosted by Dave Coulier.
It would have been hosted by Dave Coulier.
It would not.
Canadian treasure right there.
It would not.
Canadian treasure. The first Canadian man I ever trusted.
Marcus, you can listen to it and let us know how it sounds, Marcus. That is your boy.
Well, if he ain't swerving when he drive, I don't want to hear it. Maybe I'll listen to it when I'm swerving when I drive. All right, I have no more nonsense to talk about. LeBron.
You just wanted to get Session Off news.
No, I wanted to talk about Kevin Kelly. That was honestly where it went, and then you brought up the mayor, and then that's what reminded me of Pro Wrestling Eve, and
Can somebody please explain what the fuck Hell Divers 2 is?
I did get a notification on Facebook. It was my 1-year anniversary being fed by Nina Samuels.
You gotta word that correctly. 1-year anniversary Nina Samuels cookie. That's how you word that.
Damn, what are we gonna eat for lunch today? That's a good question.
Sandwiches.
Because I don't know if I want a sandwich, but Jersey Mike's is right up there. It's very convenient.
Eat a
Jersey
sandwich.
Mike's is convenient.
Eat a banana.
Man. Make your own
Eat
sandwich.
a banana.
Had bananas on fruit. I had bananas on my pancakes this morning.
Get some nut in your mouth.
That's not.
I had nuts on my pancakes.
These nuts.
I have to work on my mouth seal. I learned. My mouth seal ain't the best. That's what the guy told me.
What does that mean?
Exactly.
Show me what that mouth do.
Yeah, I gotta practice.
Yeah, his dentist is creepy, Manny.
It was not a dentist, Marcus. This was a respiratory doctor.
His respiratory doctor told him you need to suck better, baby.
I need to make sure I don't let no air in and wrap my lips around it.
Yeah, and then he said you can use. And then he says he told Eric, Manny, and I quote, You can use teeth if you want to.
Yeah, and so I had to grip it and shove it in my mouth so my lips would stay closed around the device.
Yeah, I'm going to use this footage for something later.
I know you will, Marcus. It turns you on, don't it?
So...
No.
Yeah, that's what it is. You go up, you go down. Yep, and you're down. That's what he kept doing. Anyway, I hope
because I was confused.
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Sharpshooters podcast. We gave you a 10-minute overrun so Marcus can get out his Kevin Kelly hatred because no one else cares about it but Marcus.
Take that, Kevin. Bitch.
Why? You would think that you would have thought that you'd be happy because Soul Roku was back, but man, I don't know what Kevin Kelly has done.
It's been a good week for me. Soul Roku's back and Kevin Kelly got fired. This has been a good week. It's been a good week.
You try to take hater of the year away from.
The only person I've ever had could defend Kevin Kelly is Jamal.
That is also true. That is also true.
Yeah, it's probably the only person in this world that will defend Kevin Kelly as he is out in the streets.
He'll get another job. He will.
Probably go back to New Japan. I mean,
what,
they got a budget now that Okada's
gone. Why don't you get one of his exclusive interview for ETE?
No, I'm gonna get a cameo from him for you, Manny, for your birthday.
I'm not gonna even read it, but that's kind of funny.
Tell me where the bad man hurt you on the door, Eric.
Right here.
He hurt me right here.
Right here. Right here. And for some reason back there, I don't remember that.
I don't know why he had to check my prostate. He said he was a respiratory doctor.
I don't know why he told me to remove my trousers as soon as I approached the chair.
That's like when me and Shantae went and got the massage 2 weeks ago and they took my underwear and I was like, why they took my underwear? Yep, they didn't believe in zones at that spot. It's not like Massage Envy where you put don't touch here. They touched everywhere.
You enjoyed it though. You enjoyed it.
You and your wife went to a rub and tug. You two are disgusting.
First of all, Manny, I have never heard it called a rub and tug. What the hell is that?
You never heard of rub and tug?
No.
You two are disgusting.
We just went and got massages.
Yeah, you said they touched.
How was it?
Rub and tug.
They did. She was like, they put me when she rubbed my feet. She put me to sleep. I was asleep and I was upset with myself because I didn't want to go to sleep with the foot rub. But when she turned me on my stomach, her forearms were spreading my cheeks ways that they should never been spread. I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. No. I didn't understand why that was a massage part of the area.
I didn't know about the man we watching.
You know what? That is the end of this show, folks.
He started to sound like the man we've been watching attempt to do handstands and try not to laugh.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I think it's time to wrap the show. We're talking about splitting parts of Eric in half. And
Shantae was worried. I was like, Shantae, they did the same thing to me. But hey, they got great hot stones technique. How they would click the stones and then they would rub it, then they would flip it, click it again, and rub it. Man, they had good hot stone technique. And you can't beat the price though, man. $55. Except for the motherfucker who disturbed our time with his snoring.
In cash? Straight cash? Or did you have to pay me a cash app?
No. You know, it was better than the first time we took the other massage place where the guy just kept moaning for no reason. Like he was just trying to press the lady. Oh, you can tell I've been working out, huh? Like fuck you.
You tell me you were at a massage place where a man was faking an orgasm.
Yeah. He was probably a Caucasian man who was going there to be rubbed up by Asians. That's what I assume. And he let everybody know. Well, before
the show gets off the rail, be sure to first donate to us so Eric can get more of those massages and
Manny can. Kevin Kelly
Manny can donate to his mayor.
He badmouthed management, and management was not happy with what he said, so they had to let his ass go. That's what he did.
That's basically it. He went on a drunken Twitter rant.
First of all, erotic novels suck. It's not any good storytelling. I prefer good storytellers in my books instead of this sex. I think sex is overrated.
Why are you reading erotic fiction?
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying. I tried to read a romance book. I tried to read a romance book one time. It was just fucking. I was like, it was fucking without story.
Fiction.
Huh?
So it was AEW.
Yeah, it was like, it was like they just randomly started fucking. Why are they fucking? Can I get some storylines before this? Like, it don't make, I like books that lay the groundwork.
Yeah, what's your erotic, I'm going to say your erotic book.
Currently, this is what
I have pictures. Oh,
no.
The Blade itself. Is this about the Butcher and the Blade?
No, it's not about the Butcher and the Blade.
Is it about Blade the Vampire Hunter?
No.
How you like books to lay the groundwork, but when we talking, you don't want that.
No, yeah.
How you a hypocrite?
Oh. I am not a hypocrite.
Oh, his wife called him a hypocrite.
His sex game's been criticized.
No, she's not criticizing my sex game for the record. She is talking about how in books I want backstory, but when we have a conversation, I just want to get straight to the point. I just want to get straight to the point of conversation. I don't need all the backstory. I don't need to know what Glenda did before she did this. I'm not gonna ever meet Glenda in my life. Glenda? You know, like when people be giving you backstories about what happened at work. Because when Shantae tell a story, she tell you about every component, and Jamie was
Fire Nation.
She was just clicking at her computer, and then something like, and you just like, and the whole story was, my manager came in late, and I'm just like, why? What I had to know about Jamie at the computer if the story was your coworker came in late, or in Shantae's situation, the girl who likes to sleep under, is she still sleeping underneath her desk?
Out indefinitely.
She out indefinitely.
What,
she just got
homeless
hired.
Is sleeping under the desk.
No, she had this one coworker who would take her naps underneath her desk, and she would snore. Like she would literally crawl underneath her cubicle and take a nap with a blanket and shit.
The quality story. That's like watching growth of the character in the porno. Oh, they really changed at the end of this.
El Luchador, you're right. Old school porn did have some dialogue and character arcs. I mean, that's what they did.
They better people at the end of this. After all that fucking,
ain't nothing like the old trope.
And I'm never gonna steal again.
The person that breaks out of prison and they did fucking somehow. I don't know how that ever worked, but that's what happens.
Yeah,
like, oh my god, I just broke out of prison. I'm lost, but I just walked into a room with 5 black guys who's gonna show me the way. Gangbang ensues. Oh, J.K. Smush says,
heck, I think you have a future in this business.
Good afternoon, evening. Foxtrot Hulk Hogan, Foxtrot Man City, and Foxtrot people who tech support my tech support. I think it's like fuck you, but you can't type that. In that
Foxtrot people. What's Foxtrot in that dance? Here's Eric doing the Foxtrot.
Eric does the Foxtrot. I walked. Or I do the cha-cha.
I came here to cha-cha. I lean like a cholo.
You lean like...
I plan on doing that in the Olympics this year. Elbows up, side to side.
I thought you was going to swerve when you drive, Marcus. I thought you was going to swerve when you drive.
I could. I could. Or I could.
No, don't please. Don't do that. Don't do that. Why'd you get closer to the camera?
Because Danny Garcia would have did it himself. Anyway, unlike Eric, let's wrap this up. Unlike Eric got a massage parlor, let's wrap this up.
Wow. You accused me of not wrapping it up at a massage parlor, Marcus. I'm not like your
brother.
Did
you go Monday? Because I know you did it Monday Night Raw.
You also got
Marcus, I went on Friday so I could lay the SmackDown.
Had a foot job. You also had a foot job during your massage, you freak.
You, Solo, and Matt Riddle all got that same foot job.
Nah, man.
Not Matt Riddle for a minute that he was on that cocaine.
Ain't nobody feet touching my junk. Never. No.
You say that.
Is that where you draw the line? You draw the line on the feet. Feet can't get pregnant.
But breasts can't either, Manny.
Manny, I got pregnant. Why? What? How? Only fucked your feet. No. It must have went in through a nail.
That's clearly that, and she's sitting there with a black baby. It's like, wait a minute, that's not my baby. I only fucked your feet.
Sometimes it skips a generation.
Skips a generation. Someone end the show.
Right. This ain't my show to end.
I don't have the good old.
I bet you. Ending. Hold on. To put this full circle, I bet you Cody was birthed because of foot fucking, and that's why he was in an accident.
Hey, we go. We gonna finish the story before Cody. Anyway, I'm Eric.
That fire got all up in the toes.
I'm Eric.
I'm the mayor of London.
And Marcus, since he's the mayor, who are you?
Huh? I'm the mayor assistant of London.
Hey, what is the next watch along?
WrestleMania.
Oh, so there's no pay-per-views in there? Cool. All right.
Actually, no, it's not WrestleMania. Stand and deliver first, then WrestleMania.
It's the whole week.
Be on the same day.
Week.
Not the shows, not your souls.
So the show's in new business now.
Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed this show.
Sponsored by Barefoot Charlotte.
And once again, the 20 minutes of content, we achieved it. Well, we should go to exactly 20 minutes. We got 30 seconds to go. Any closing words?
End this motherfucker. It's gonna end in 30 seconds. You know that it doesn't end. We always come back at the end like
no, because I don't have a video like Manny do. Because the only way I can go and get the video, I'll have to go into you guys' set, which is like there it is. You see Manny go into his set, and then it gets all messed up. And Manny go hit the button.